I want to talk to you or share with you several things that happened on this day, today. As I was out, I ran across a young man who was seeking God, and he didn't even know it. He had been serving the Lord his whole life, but yet he felt he knew nothing about the Lord. He said he wanted to get close to the Lord, but he was afraid. And I shared just briefly with him the difference in hungering and thirsting after God. Before I left him, he reached out and he had some things he had bought from the store in his hand. And he offered it to me. I never said I was hungry. I was. He just said, "Would you like something? Would you like one of these?" Out of the clear blue. And I looked and I thought, well, it depends on what's in it. And I read the ingredients and it was holy. I said, yes, I would love to have one. Thank you. I didn't look at what he had. I hadn't even noticed it. And then he proceeded to say, "I'm so grateful to you for your words to me, young man. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you." Prior to him, I ran into an older couple in their probably late 50s. They've been married 28 years. I walked out of the door and they held the door for me. I was coming behind them. But I don't mean just held the door. I mean, out of respect and honor, they were holding the door for me. And I was blessed by it. So I stopped and I encouraged them and I told them, "Thank you for your kindness. You've been married a while." The husband said 28 years. And I said, "What a blessing you are." I said, "The two of you are a walking sermon. Others preach and then others do." I said, "There are people who don't believe in marriage because they've never seen it. You are an example to give hope to people that you can be married." And they thanked me for encouraging them and appreciated it. I said, "You are a walking testimony." It was after then that I had met the young man coming out of the store. And I said, "Your greatest witness is your testimony. What you do, not what you say, what you do. And it's before God, not before men. Men may get the benefit, but it's before God." And a woman came over because she heard me mention Israel. And she had excitement and she was beaming and she had joy. She goes, "I've always wanted to go to Israel. Tell me about Israel." So I decided I would. And so I did. She said her and her husband can't wait to go. And I encouraged her. And she was so happy, beyond happy. She was working. I said, "Take down my number. If you want to talk, you call me." She goes, "My husband and I will call you." I said, "I look forward to it." Just a word, a passing word. You see, there are those who witness just by their sincerity, their authenticity. And that is the greatest power you have. I told the young man, I said, God is looking. Don't worry about anyone else. God is looking. And every time you put your head down on that pillow, remember you blew it today. God is looking. Or you pleased him. God is looking. He works in an office, a mortgage office. I told him what the word mortgage meant. He didn't know. I explained why that mattered. You are the believer. Does everyone in the office know? God is looking. Not only does he know what you did last summer, he knows what you did today. God is looking. He began to tear up. He works down here, but he lives in Corona. It's quite a ways, about 40 minutes from here. He said, maybe I can come down and walk with you on the Sabbath. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. You plant seeds, and sometimes they stick, and sometimes they don't. Time will tell. Early in the day, as I was praying about the country, the nation, and the different needs of my disciples and friends and family around the country and around the world, Israel, Texas tornadoes, my friend's family in Argentina, 7.2 earthquake. I saw an interview of someone who I know of. I will not give the name. Very famous, popular person. Once a champion of God. Talking to an atheist, a very famous atheist. The atheist was licking his chops because this once very prolific Christian, working for one of the biggest Christian evangelical organizations, I knew all of them. It's now, well, giving up on Christianity, turning away. Oh, he was a part of the big events. He led hundreds, thousands. Yeah, he was in with the big Christian crowd. But he sees better now. And how? He goes, especially when I came to L.A. You know, I'm not going to say L.A. changed me, but it sure makes it easy. You know, this area is just great for non-believers. It's great for people who want to leave Christianity or follow the lust. He goes, what's wrong with exploring a little excitement of my lust once in a while? Yeah. And the atheist is eating it up. Ah, we got a big one here. The young, cool, hip Christian guy. He's an engineer and a YouTuber. Gave up engineering to go into YouTube to make his money with his wife. He and his wife were in this big Christian organization. He left faith. He knows too much now. He's read so much. And I had to come to LA. Well, everyone does who wants to leave God. Oh, he's loving it. And the sadness was amazing. I think even the atheists seemed to feel sad for him, because the atheist was an atheist from the beginning. The atheist is fulfilled in his atheism. And the atheist seemed to look at him like, wow, so what replaced it? Well, nothing yet. Right now, I'm just enjoying just the freedom of what? Wow. He says, well, I try not to talk about it too much because I don't want to discourage anyone who's still following this God stuff. I don't want to bust their bubble. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it? Better to see someone who's wicked that comes to faith. I have the best conversations almost with unbelievers than I ever do with believers who seem less interested in the things of God, much less talking about God. These are the last days. All you have to do is look around. Look at the ones who say they know him and look how they act. You see, prophets, our job is to speak to it. Good times and bad times. And to be prepared. I told the young man today, I said, well, meeting me could be a good thing or bad thing. His name is Sean. I said, Sean, I usually come to give a warning. And I said to him, you need to up your game. You need to up your game. You've been with the Lord this long and you can't answer some of the most basic fundamental questions. Why? I said, remember, Peter was minding his business, fishing. Jesus walked by and said, drop your net. Come follow me. He saw him fishing. They were having trouble fishing. He told them where to throw the net on the side of the boat. They did, and they came back with a windfall. The Lord is calling. Drop your net. Follow me. And whatever you do, don't turn back. The Bible says there's no hope for he that puts his hand to the plow and turns around. Don't turn back.